Sometimes I dream. Not often, but sometimes. When I dream, it is of things as they were long ago. I dream of fields of heather and clover, and the heat of the day, and the bright, lovely sun shining on William's sweet face.
Man, what's this class gonna end? It's good. You know what this class is? It's the energetic.
You guys did really well on these papers.
Oh, did we?
Well, those of you that turned one in.
I think I was that concert.
Give her a little competition there.
Sorry. Yeah, Jim.
Gadsby believed in the green light, the orgiastic future that year by year recedes before us. It eluded us then, but that's no matter. Tomorrow we will run faster, stretch our arms out farther, and one fine morning. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. All right. So what do you think Fitzgerald was talking about here? How many of you think that this was basically a pessimistic book? How many of you think it was basically optimistic? How many of you would rather be home right now watching a rerun of Star Trek: The Next Generation? Uh-huh. Well, right now, so would I. But instead, we're going to either have a discussion on this book right now, or we're going to take a test on it. Okay, Wednesday we continue our study of 20th century authors, starting with Sinclair Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
You mean Jerry Lewis?
Your sense of humor, Marvin, continues to astound and impress us all. The rest of you have a good evening.
Available after God in France. They got a shrine devoted to Jerry Lewis in French or so. Really? I'd like to see our whole class.
Yes, Mike. I really need to talk to you. I'm kind of in a little trouble.
Your grades have been a little low this quarter, at least until this paper. Elaine, what's the matter?
Well... I decided to do as you said and try to get into the program at the university. Would you write me a recommendation?
I would be delighted to. Are you sure that's all that's bothering you?
Yeah. Thanks, Miss Wheaton. Bye.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, Stan. How goes the history of Western civilization?
Oh, rate we're going, we'll be lucky if we reach the Renaissance by mid-quarter.
Tell me about it. I've got this one student who does nothing but snooze through the entire class.
Try dropping a large book on his desk right in front of him. Always works. Well, I'm off. Can I give you a ride?
No, thank you. It's a beautiful night. I'll walk.
baby. What you got for daddy?
Listen, I really don't have time for this.
Come here, bitch.
Please don't do this.
Daddy's gonna kiss you all over.
Please, kind sir. Don't have your way with me. Don't hurt me. Hi, honey, I'm home.
You're late. Victoria, darling, you look positively rosy.
I fed after classes.
Oh, and you didn't bring us any?
You wouldn't have found it appetizing.
October 24th.
Too gamey.
The victim, with an extensive record and 2 prior convictions for aggravated assault, was brutally beaten and apparently bled to death.
Hello? Jennifer, it's for you.
Hello.
Don't worry, Kristen. Someday your prince will come too.
He already has, darling. Many times.
I don't know, maybe. Never heard that one before.
Just one more before I leave for work. Hey, my throat gets dry when I sing.
I'm going downstairs to crash. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Damn. She is getting grouchy as she gets older.
I heard that.
The night is young, sister. She only just got home from work.
You should try it sometime. Work, I mean. Speaking of which, I gotta run. So, what are you doing tonight?
Going on an adventure. Nobody around here is any fun anymore.
Good night, Jennifer. Try to be home before dawn.
You're right. Like I'd be so stupid.
Sometimes I dream.
Well, me pretty bunny girl, don't you guess? Better be making your wedding dress, wedding dress, wedding dress. Better be making your wedding dress. Well, it's already made, trim and green, prettiest dress you've ever seen, ever seen, ever seen, prettiest dress you've ever seen. Well, it's already made, trimmed in red, stitched and sewed with golden thread, golden thread, golden thread, stitched and sewed with golden thread. Well, it's already made, trimmed and brown, stitched all round with golden crown, golden crown, golden crown, stitched all round with golden crown. Well, it's already made, trimmed in white. Gonna be married on Saturday night, Saturday night, Saturday night. Gonna be married on Saturday night.
Don't you fret. Better be making your wedding dress, wedding dress, wedding dress. Better be making your wedding dress. Hey, my little loony girl, don't you fret. Better be making your wedding dress, wedding dress, wedding dress. Better be making your wedding dress.
This is Barry of Barry's Computer Emporium. I've got a beautiful laptop with CD-ROM available for $4. How do I do it? Volume.
Good evening. Here's the news for Wednesday, October 25th. So far, there doesn't seem to be any connection between the body of the young girl found in Bryant Park
Wasn't stolen this time.
just hours earlier. One observer thinks there might be some kind of ritual involved. Police have no clue.
I wish you
but
wouldn't
are
turn
urging
that
the
damn
community
thing
to be
on the
careful.
minute you get up.
More on yet another murder victim.
Piss
This one,
off.
a 19-year-old student of a local community college.
Victoria?
It's Elaine,
Who?
one of my students. She's dead. Elaine McRae was found dead late last night in Bryant Park. She had been strangled and also stabbed. Police are not ruling out a ritual murder of some... I'm sorry. She was a good kid. I liked her.
You know they're not here for very long. I've told you time and time again not to get too attached to any of them.
Okay, folks, I need your attention up front, please. Detective Farrow is here to talk about what happened last night.
I'm Detective Farrow of the 29th Precinct. Basically, my job here tonight is to reassure you that this appears to be an isolated incident. It is our position that this is not anything more than a botched assault or robbery attempt. Now, I'll be leaving some of my cards with the teacher here, so in case any of you have any questions or concerns that occur to you at a later time, you can go ahead and reach me. Are there any questions now?
Yeah, who should provide the condom on the first date? The chick or the guy?
Thank you very much, Detective. Class, that'll be all for this evening.
If you have any concerns or questions, don't hesitate to call me. In fact, let me give you my home number.
Any idea who might have done this, Detective?
Please, Victoria, call me Tom.
Call me Miss Wheaton. Any ideas?
Can't really talk about that, Miss Wheaton. We're thinking robbery or assault, but we really don't know. There are some peculiar aspects to this case that really don't fit into either scenario. For all we know, it could be a thrill killer.
Like Leopold and Loeb.
Excuse me, who?
Oh, nothing, sorry. Thank you again.
Anytime, ma'am. You know, I was thinking maybe we could
Stan.
get together for...
This is Detective Farrow. He's here to
I can guess why he's here.
Detective, this is Stan Marcus, a history professor here.
What we need right now are psychological counselors, not the police. I let my class go 20 minutes ago. Most of my students didn't show up, and some who did were in hysterics.
Oh, I can imagine. It's very upsetting having something like that happen, especially in such a normally quiet community. You know, there was a murder right close to campus about 10 hours before the McRae murder.
Really? Do you think they're connected?
Doesn't matter what I think. There were some similarities, though. If I didn't know better, I'd say some animal killed both of them. Well, I'll leave you two alone. You've got my card in case you want to get a hold of me. Ma'am,
Detective?
Professor Marcus.
guy who just brightens a room by leaving it.
So glad you came in when you did. I didn't know how I was going to get him to leave without being rude.
I don't think he'd notice if you were rude. How are you handling Elaine's death, Victoria?
Oh, as well as can be expected. Actually, I'm not handling it well at all. Thanks for asking, Stan.
Well, we're all pretty shook up from it.
You know, I could use that ride home tonight. I gotta change anyway. I'm gonna meet some friends later. I'd invite you, but...
No problem. Wait out front. I'll bring the car around.
Hey, Jim, did you see Miss Wheaton?
Yeah, I think she took off with that wuss Marcus.
Damn.
See ya.
Hello, Miss Wheaton.
A little early for you girls to be out, isn't it?
Why aren't you in class, young lady?
Knock it off, Eliant. I'm not in the mood.
You never seem to be in the mood anymore.
I bet she doesn't even drink the real stuff anymore either.
We were just fooling Victoria. Honest.
You've got the act down pat, don't you, Allie?
You think so?
Come on, Allie, let's go.
After you girls. Age before beauty.
What's that crack supposed to mean?
Oh, not up in your Dorothy Parker?
Who?
Forget it.
Tell me. Do you still get weepy after making love? Come on, Marissa, Swive's playing.
Eliand was an elder, the oldest knighter I knew, and the most immature. As for Marissa, nasty as she was, Eliand would tire of her soon enough. The moon's an errant thief, and her pale fires she snatches from the sun.
Hey, look who's here. Good to see you, Princess.
Hey, big guy, how's it going?
Just great. I'll check on the wiring.
Do you want me to keep those newborns out again tonight?
Well, the bunch have snuck in already.
Whoa.
So if any more come in, just put them in the room downstairs. We can always pump in the music down there.
Okay, boss. Hi, Vicky.
Hey.
Hiya, Teach. Bring your regular?
Gideon, you know I hate it when you call me that.
Really? Sorry. Kristen's reserved table 8. She'll be finishing up in just a few minutes. Red Russian?
No, what do you have on tap?
Coconut Bank president.
Sorry I asked. Yes, a Red Russian would be fine. Gideon.
Veronica. It's a pretty name.
Yeah. Yeah. Now all we need are Archie and Jughead.
Why don't you just do your job? You really gotta serve those drinks while they're still warm.
My, the little flower child has thorns.
I believe you mean the rose.
Hey, Damien. Where did you find her?
Found her in a club uptown. Poor thing looked lost.
So why the hell did you bring her here?
Thought it'd be fun to watch the girls go at it for a while.
Victoria? I didn't expect to see you here tonight. Especially this early.
I let class out early tonight.
How are you doing?
Okay, I guess. Elaine's death has hit me really hard.
Elaine was someone you cared about. I envy you, being able to connect with them, especially after all this time.
A Red Russian for Victoria. And for a lovely singer of pink champagne, right?
Gideon, you're the best.
That's what I just thought.
Shut up, Buffy! I saw her first.
Oh, goody, a fight.
Who's the blonde shoving Jennifer?
That's like Priscilla, but like her friends call her Prue. She's like up here from LA to like find herself.
Yeah, she should have waited longer.
Get your hands off my girlfriend, you damn hippie.
Clifton will take her head off.
Why don't you go get a perm or something?
Come on, you little toad. Show me just how tough you are.
Hell, you try to run a nice place and you get knuckleheads like these trying to pick fights.
Damn kids, they shouldn't be allowed in here.
What do you want me to do, cart everybody under 30?
She started it.
Don't care. You two, get out the front door.
Come on, Prue. Let's blow this ghetto.
And you, out the back door. As for you, pull a stunt like that again and you'll answer to us. Now get out.
Let me finish my drink.
She stays.
Well, that ended with a whimper.
If I can get you ladies anything else, you let me know.
Come on, Claire, give it back.
How do I look?
Fine. Want to have a look in a mirror?
Yes.
I'm supposed to meet someone in there.
Oh, and who might that be?
Victoria Wheaton.
Ah, Victoria's friend. And she's invited you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, let him in, Claire. He's been invited.
Okay. Go on down.
Oh, do I need my hand stamped or something?
Don't worry. We'll remember you.
He's in love.
What?
Company. Damn it. He must have followed me here. I can't believe I didn't sense it. Idiot kid. Coming into a nighters club.
Oh, Miss Wheaton. Oh, hi. Hi. I was in the area. Can I sit down?
Victoria, did you order a boy?
Got a real live one tonight, eh, girls? He looks luscious.
Okay, Cinda, that's enough.
Yes, Cinda, do your job. Oh, and bring me a Bloody Mary.
Jonathan, what on earth are you doing here?
Oh, I come in here sometimes.
Like hell you do. You're not old enough to walk into a bar.
Well, hey, how old do you think I look?
18.
Oh.
How old does Miss Wheaton look to you?
She looks 23.
Try again.
28. 30.
A little closer.
Older?
Okay, that's enough.
Gee, Miss Wheaton, how old are you?
Too old for you.
But
let's just say I'm a child of the 60s. Now go home.
Child of the 60s? You mean the 1860s, right?
Oh, shit. Cinda, didn't Kristen order a drink from you? Is there a problem, Claire? What do you expect inviting such interesting boys to our club? One, he wasn't invited. Two, you and Cinda should know better. Whatever you say, Teach. As for you, don't you dare follow me again. Now, I want to see you in class tomorrow night with your assignment done. Now get out of here.
But
Jonathan, don't make me say it again. Jack O'Ryan was as good a fiddler as ever fiddled on a string. He could make young women mad to the tune his fiddle would sing. He could fiddle the fish out of salt water, or water from a marble stone.
I always did like that song. Querida. Oh, don't tell me you still hold a grudge. It was Federico who turned you, not I.
You watched. You enjoyed what you saw. It was almost worse than what Frederick did.
And you loved every minute of it. Admit it, you were so taken by those pretty Spanish noblemen. You wanted to be turned, and you know it.
You and your friends are getting older, Carlos. Your power's waning. I could kill you right now.
What? In front of the club? What would Gideon say?
Gideon's my friend.
And like me, he cares about appearances. He cares about our little community. Why are you so on edge?
Murder. The murder of a young girl.
And you think one of us did it? How absurd. Other monsters roam this earth, Victoria. Darker monsters than even our own kind.
One day, Carlos, you'll choose the wrong time to harass me. And one day, I'll find your friend Frederick. And when I do...
worth it. But Victoria, what are you doing up? It's very late.
Don't tell me you're looking through your photo box again. You haven't looked through those in years.
In over a decade. Sometimes I still miss it terribly.
Miss what?
Life, dear. She misses life. Oh, for Pete's sake, Jennifer. She misses the light of day, the summer sun, the smell of dew on the grass.
Yeah, there's that too, but I really kind of regret not getting married. Not that it could have lasted, but it would have been so nice to have the experience. It was so hard telling William no. He just could not understand, and I had no way of explaining it to him. And that's the last time I got involved like that.
It's not like you have to be alone. There's nothing stopping you from finding male companionship.
Oh, like you hang out with male nighters, Jenny?
Yeah, they are kind of jaded. Though I kind of like Gideon.
Everyone kind of likes Gideon.
Sometimes I think about not being able to have any children and...
That's your Catholic guilt, dear.
I never think much about not having kids. I just hate the whole trip of having to sneak around and hide and never let anyone know who or what you really are.
See what you've done, Victoria? You have Jenny wanting to come out of the coffin, too. Well, kids, it's getting late. Time to hit the rack. Are you coming?
In a minute. God gave us memory, that we might have roses in December. The next evening, I went to the home of Mr. and Mrs. McRae, Elaine's parents. Of course, I'd been invited. Mr. McRae, I'm Victoria Wheaton. You phoned for me to come by earlier?
Oh, yes.
I realize how difficult this must be, especially now. And I really want you to know how much I appreciate you having me over.
We felt we should. You were Elaine's favorite teacher. We have something that we wanted you to have.
This is Elaine's good luck charm. She won't be needing it now.
Oh, I couldn't possibly take it.
But she would have really wanted you to have it.
No. Thank you, I can't. Listen, this is a really awful time for you. Why don't you hold on to it for a while and you can decide later whether or not you want to hang on to it.
The worst of it is knowing how much she had to suffer before she died.
Our baby had so much color and light. When I identified her, she's whiter than anything that I've ever seen. Whiter than a sheet.
Mr. McRae had raised my fears yet again that something not human had killed Elaine. I had avoided going to Bryant Park, the site of the murder, but now I had to go. I could only hope that the ground where Elaine had died was still fresh enough for my heightened senses to give me a clear idea of what had happened. Hello, Jonathan. You can come out now too, Detective.
You must have eyes in the back of your head, Miss Wheaton.
Are you and Jonathan together, or are you both in the habit of following me?
This young man seems to be quite a persistent admirer of yours.
I was not.
Jonathan, what did I tell you?
He's been following you around quite a bit lately. We've been keeping tabs on him. I think you should swear out a complaint.
That won't be necessary.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Really, he's perfectly harmless.
Yeah? I'll decide that down at the station.
Look, if you're gonna take him down anyway, I might as well come along too. I'll follow you down.
I would have insisted on it.
You owe me, kiddo. Jonathan, what time is it?
It's 5 something. I'm not sure though, because my watch is a little slow.
Oh, sorry, Larry.
Victoria, darling, calm down. It's still, I can't, sweetheart, it'll stop by itself. Here. Victoria, look, Victoria, it's beginning to heal.
What the hell is going on? What's all the yelling about? Jesus! What time is it?
And who the hell is this?
This is my friend, Veronica. Why? Is there a problem?
This is the problem. Are you out of your mind? We barely make ends meet around here as it is. The last thing we need is another mouth to feed. Did you know about this?
No. Believe it or not, I came home early and went straight to bed.
Come on, Victoria. Like, cool it. Veronica's a nice kid.
Wow, that light's really hurting my eyes.
Then don't look at it.
Oh, man. Are you okay?
Dawn's rosy fingers. The professor here got caught out in the sun. Evidently, she couldn't get away from her fans fast enough.
Couldn't you, like, turn into smoke or something?
How much did you tell her?
Not much.
Obviously. Jenny, what possessed you? We don't need this.
Come on, Victoria. I mean, like, you and Kristen are a lot older. And I just wanted someone closer to my age.
Did you ever consider that maybe someone will notice her missing? We can't just return her now.
Well, I'm keeping her. I'll take care of her, I promise.
Jenny, go to sleep. And I suggest you do the same. You too. Nice pants.
Yeah, they're lace-up jeans.
Do you need any help getting to bed?
Have you heard about any new nighters in town?
No. But Gideon or Claire would probably know better than me. Why?
Never mind, we'll talk about it tomorrow. It was all I could do to teach that evening. Kristen had criticized me for all but discounting that one of my students might have committed the crime. I told her I'd find out one way or the other.
Mrs. Wheaton?
Caitlin, I wondered why you weren't in class this evening.
Miss Wheaton, I won't be coming to class anymore. I'm dropping the course. I'm moving away.
Caitlin, who did this to you? Honey, I can't help you if you don't let me...
Caitlin, I was afraid you weren't going to show up. Come on, I'll walk you to the bus.
Caitlin.
Come on, Caitlin, don't bother the teacher.
Take off, Paula. I'll make sure Caitlin gets home, okay?
You can't tell me what to do.
Paula, it's been a really long night and it hasn't even started yet. Take off.
I should file a grievance against you.
I don't give a shit what you do. Take off before I put you through the fucking wall. Caitlin, please.
I'm really sorry. Please just make sure I get home, okay?
Waiting for the police to finish questioning Jonathan, I overheard a couple of them talking about Elaine. She had been tortured and then a stake had been driven through her chest. It was the kind of thing a rogue knight or a psychopath might have done as a form of revenge. It had happened before. I had to know if the killer was one of us. I hadn't been in a hospital in years, not since I'd been taken to one by mistake. Now, once again, the voices of the recently dead filled my head with dark, sad thoughts. I hated doing this, but if Elaine's soul hadn't yet fled, I might have a chance. Elaine, I can't hear you. Fast food? Don't you know that stuff will kill you? You'll live. I can't hear you.
The locket.
Elaine, tell me who.
Find the locket.
Bastards. Damn little goth posers.
Well, Sherlock, now that you have your suspects, what are you going to do?
Show them to Farrell. Tell him Elaine gave them to me.
Yes, dear, but they don't prove anything.
What would you suggest?
Well, you're sure Caitlin won't say anything?
She's scared witless. Folks know something's going on, though. They've got her going out of town for a couple weeks to stay with her cousins. But if she's told them anything, they're not talking.
Veronica and I are going dancing at Gideon's later. You guys want to come?
Someone's here.
What the hell's the matter with you? What are you doing hanging around my house?
Sorry, I thought you might, need some protection.
Protection from what? You? I ate little boys like you for dinner.
Kristen.
I was only scaring the little shit.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Really, I had no idea. Miss Wheaton, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you and your significant others, but I was really worried about you.
Get up, Jonathan.
Don't worry, I won't tell anybody. Though they're really pretty liberal thinking at school.
Jonathan? How were you involved in Elaine's death?
I wasn't. I didn't know, really.
Really?
They bragged to me and a couple of the other kids. Told me if I told they said they'd hurt you too, Miss Wheaton. I couldn't let them do that.
Well?
He's telling the truth.
Are you sure? Sorry, stupid question.
Veronica?
Veronica!
Four great-looking chicks. Two live ones, anyway. One geek. Looks like we hit the mother lode, man.
Man, this is gonna be more fun than the first one. He brought them. Oh, get real. We just used him. Geeks are not members of our club.
Well, you girls can be honorary members, but you won't enjoy the initiation. Elaine sure didn't.
Listen, don't be stupid. The cops have been keeping tabs on Jonathan.
Seems he only raided one cop. Don't worry. He won't disturb us.
Oh God, you didn't.
Well, the damn cop's alive. He's gonna be out for a while, though.
Can't wait to see the look on his face when he sees what's left of you.
Raped her.
How the hell would you know? You weren't there. Come on, Phil. Do her. Come on.
I knew you little sociopaths were behind her death. Why'd you do it? For fun?
It was a lot more like work than we thought.
Shut up! Get on with it.
We had planned the whole thing for over a year.
This isn't a game!
Sure it is. You're just on the losing team.
Why, Paula? Why did you do it?
Why not? It was fun. Better than a movie.
Victoria, this wasn't our fault, and you know it. They invaded our nest, and once the frenzy started...
Victoria, you're not gonna throw up, are you?
Jennifer,
For once, would you just shut up?
We better clean up this mess.
Kristen?
Come on, sweetie. You clean up what's left of the fearless vampire slayer, and I'll take care of Veronica. She's at peace now. I'll bury her out back. Later we can talk about getting you another one. And what are we going to do with you?
So sorry. I don't have a choice.
What happens now?
We move on. We've done it before, just not for a while. It's too bad. I was starting to like this place.
Okay, bucko. Time to get a move on. He'll be okay. Time to get a move on. New life and all that.
New life. It's an ironic statement.
Victoria, you're a vampire. You've been one for over 150 years, and hopefully you'll be one for 10 times that. But as long as you exist, you'll be a vampire. Accept it.
Do you hate me?
What?
For making you what you are, do you hate me?
Darling, I wouldn't have had it any other way. Now come on. Let's get a move on.
Well, you ready?
What about Alaska? You know, I hear it's dark 6 months out of the year there.
South. Eventually, maybe Mexico. We'll see. I've got some pretty good connections down in LA. They'll set us up with new birth certificates, IDs, new life. Carlos had been right. There are monsters more terrible than us. Monsters who make me feel that perhaps we walk the earth for a reason. For if God's servants cannot deal with certain things, then perhaps the devils can. If I can never be content, I can at least be secure within the bosom of my own kind, no longer denying what I am, and no longer running from my past, but letting the currents of time and space take me where they will. For now, that is enough.